to me, when I hear the term high value man or woman, I'm thinking about it like in terms of this: what's in demand is what the women are responding to. Not, I won't say what they say, what they're responding to in the real world. And a high value woman thing, I get that sometimes if it's too much detail, it makes it not as fun or clickbaity, right? It's not as sensational. But to me, when I hear the term high value man or woman, I'm thinking about it like in terms of this: what's in demand? It's that simple. And it's going to be a percentage base. It's not going to be anything that's going to be absolute. And so, whatever most women want out of a man, that's what's in high demand. For instance, if women like men who are 4 feet tall, right? If they just, somebody can snap their fingers magically, women want men who are 4 feet tall, that'll become the highest valued man in the world. I mean, obviously, there's going to be other things associated with that, but that's not what it is. Just so happens it's not what it is. But my point is just saying, like, that's what the value, same thing with whatever men desire women the most, that becomes the highest of value. It's what's in most demand.
That men don't determine what a high value man is, women do, and vice versa?
Well, it depends how we're going to frame it.
Well,
Obviously, the system as we know it is created by men, right? Homes, infrastructure, political systems, monetary systems. It's all developed by the masculine. So, so we pick the game, right?
okay.
But we don't tell women what they're attracted to. They just pick what they're attracted to. And so by
Right.
that, what I mean is that we may pick the game, we create the game, but the ladies still have to respond to what they're going to respond to, and that's going to determine what the high value is. Because we can go to Mars, and me, you, and some other guys can be like, hey, look over here. The high value man is going to be the poorest guy. That's the shortest guy. That has the most feminine attributes. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying? If
we're gonna
that
be
goes
gay at
against
that
the
point.
yeah,
Until you involve women, the opposite sex,
that
it,
doesn't
it
mean
don't
that.
matter.
Yeah, because that doesn't mean that the female's uh, biology is gonna accept that. It might. It's almost like I look like almost like a trans, not a blood transfusion, or blood transfusion, or some kind of
Oh, you're talking about a transplant.
That's why I want to say transplant.
Yeah.
We can give it to you, but your body
But that
still may
doesn't mean
reject
you're gonna have to, yeah, it still might
it.
reject it.
So that's what I would say would happen at the end of the day.
So to your point, when you're talking about a high value man, and you made the distinction of saying it's not necessarily what women say, but more what they respond to, what do we say about the amount of low value men by these standards who have women, who some of us would consider high value women based on Andrew Tate's decision of being attractive? I said
Well,
decision. Andrew Tate's definition of being attractive. You're attractive. You're a high value woman off top until you prove something different. Um, so in that case, how do we quantify the fact that women respond to a certain thing and they determine what a high value man is? So is a high value man what we think it is or what they say it is, or is a high value man truly what they respond to as opposed to what they are saying they want? Because
to
keep in
a
mind,
high value.
we're talking about the one. We're talking about the top what 5% of men that are by the colloquial definition of a high value man are actually high value men. So all these other women who are responding to low value men is what they're actually responding to. So based on that
Well,
definition, does that now turn what we consider a low value man and actually make them the high value man?
no, I don't.
Quantify the fact that women respond to a certain thing and they determine what a high value man is. So is a high value man what we think it is or what they say it is, or is a high value man truly what they respond to as opposed to what they are saying they want? Because
To
keep in
a
mind,
high value.
we're talking about the one. We're talking about the top what 5% of men that are, by the colloquial definition of a high value man, are actually high value men. So all these other women who are responding to low value men is what they're actually responding to. So based on that
Well,
definition, does that now turn what we consider a low value man and actually make them the high value man?
no, I don't think how I'm framing it is this way. Whatever most, if you put 100 guys in a room, right, and then you release 1,000 women to that room, those 1,000 women are going to start grouping themselves, if given enough time, right, amongst the top males in that group. They're hardwired to be able to discover it for what they value in the masculine energy. So I'm saying, at some point in
Right.
time, if we give it a week, and that's probably too long, but if we give it a week, we'll go in there and we'll see the women with the top guys from their vantage point, what they consider to be the
All
top
1,000 of
guys.
them? How many top guys are there? So we said
Well,
1%,
it
so
don't have
that's
to be
10
a
of them.
thousand. I mean, it don't have to be 1,000. Maybe there's a certain percentage that's lesbian, right? They're trying
Well,
to group
no,
with the women. Maybe there's a certain percent. Go ahead.
I was just going off of the initial numbers that you gave. 100 men, 1% of
Yeah.
them was high value, release 1,000 women to that room. So what?
Hold on. You said 1% of them is a high value. Is what you said?
Yeah. Or
Why you say
what
that?
percentage of them? What percentage of the 100 men you put in that room are high value?
We'll be able to tell after the women pick. The women are going to pick, and we'll know what after they pick.
So are we going off of how many women pick? How many women
Yeah,
pick what men?
it's gonna be like right now. I have this thing of Tabasco right here, right? Now to you and
Right.
I, it's just Tabasco. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? But if we go to the store, we can never get Tabasco. It's always sold out. That's a high value item,
Correct.
regardless of how you and I feel about it. You see what I'm saying? Personally,
Right.
I'm saying that what for high value means that it has the most value to the buyers.
No, I understand what you're saying. So we're not going. What I'm trying to do is pin down how the experimental parameters, if you will. Are we going off of what most women respond to? What are we calling a
What most
response, right? Is it just I gravitate towards you, or I said that I like what you got going on, or I settle down with you, I leave with you? Because the thing is,
it's
and
I'll be
and here,
this way. If I can condense it, to answer. Hopefully, if I'm not answering the question, please, let me know. But it's the men that the women respond to the most. And if you want to know what I mean by respond, I mean the ones that get the most opportunity to for sexual access.
right to that point, there are way more bums
But
getting girls out here.
they're bums to you. Like again,
Okay, yes, yes,
Tabasco to
perfect.
me and you was just Tabasco.
Perfect. But so what I'm saying is, by that definition, there are more women who are dealing with bums, partially because there's more
The
bums. Let
fresh,
me air quote that. So
to freshly, yeah.
are they now not bums because they are
But
now
again,
high
bums.
value men? They're highly valued.
Well, again, I don't think that bums and high value are antonyms. I don't think that they're opposites. Because again,
Well, what would you consider the opposite of a high value man? A low value man?
low value,
We'll,
low value
we'll call it low value. Low value man means
means
a man that is not getting girls, right?
women are not giving him sexual
For
access.
this for the sake of this argument.
Yeah,
So essentially, a high value man is not colloquially what we think a high value man is.
that's why I gave the definition on the outset because I wanted to clear
Okay.
that up because a lot of people think high value man is this, and this. Well, you got a man who's a billionaire. I watched this short white guy walk up to I think it was Dwayne Wade or somebody else and was talking to him, and the thing is like he'll never get the access. This guy's a billionaire. He'll never have the same level of women as Dwayne Wade or Usher. You see what I'm
There's
saying?
sugar daddies who are literally out there with money for that who are not getting that type of action if they're
For sure,
not desirable
absolutely
in
right,
certain
absolutely right.
aspects.
Because there are certain metrics that go into how the female mate selects.
Right?
And the thing is that like you could be a billionaire, so you have access to women, but you won't have the same access that Usher has.
Correct. So do you agree with Andrew Tate in this particular video? Do you agree with his definition of a high value man?
I don't know if he really gave like a detailed elucidation of it for me to really
He
say well I
will.
agree or disagree.
He
You know,
will.
if he does, then we'll cover it to me at that point. But I've
Okay.
heard him say, what did he say so far about it?
Um, I don't know if he's gotten past that point, but he'll define it because
Yeah,
he's gonna ask
I think he did
her.
say something about it though. He said something about the high value
He
man
he
was.
said he considers himself a high value man. Oh no, you know what he said? He said if you see a yacht, he was going into that anecdote. If
Yeah,
you see a yacht, the guy who owns that yacht had to do all this uh, hard work to get to it, and the young
yeah,
lady,
yeah.
the
So
19-year-old
so
who's on it, just had to be pretty.
yeah, that's a number of
Okay.
metrics that are being employed right there to say that this guy right here is a high value guy. Again, it's not the
Right.
only metrics that are out there, you know, but it is some. It's social proof, you know, it's all these things are well known markers to determine, you know, how
Okay.
attractive you are to the opposite sex.